Family. This is Pastor Mark Moore Jr. here, and I hope that you are enjoying God's best. I had to come to you and apologize for the noise. Work is actively going on. Of course, I'm here at the temple, and this is a room that you haven't seen. And I want to come to you and just be direct. Sometimes I think leaders have to acknowledge when they were wrong. Sometimes we love to celebrate and highlight our wins and our victories, but we rarely want to come back and say, hey, I missed it. I thought I heard something that I didn't hear. I thought I was right and I was wrong. And that's, to be very direct, what this conversation is about. I'm standing here in one of our newly renovated offices that will soon be ready to use. But as you can see, it doesn't look very office-like. There's no desk, there's no refrigerator, there's no conference table. There are a lot of refrigerators and deep freezers, and the reason for that is because this is the temporary home of our Matthew 25 outreach storage space. You know, Jesus was born in Bethlehem, which means house of bread, and we have endeavored to fulfill Matthew 25 and be the hands and feet of Jesus and serve people, feed them, both spiritually and naturally. Every week, we give away countless groceries to feed families in need, fresh meat, fresh produce, drinks, bread, all kinds of things. And we've done it to the degree that last year, our church fed over 20,000 people. I thought, I'll be honest and vulnerable, that when we moved over here, we were going to consolidate our outreach efforts, including not only the pantry, but the free boutique, because we clothe people in a very natural sense. I thought that we were going to do all of that here. But over the last few weeks, as we've moved into the facility, we've had to pull freezers and refrigerators into the hallways. Guests are walking around, all of these things, and it's just not working. I said, okay, don't worry. Phase 2, downstairs, we're going to do the children's spaces. We're going to do the fellowship hall, and we'll put the pantry down there. But the more we're working with contractors and the more I'm working with our team, we're not going to be able to put the pantry or the boutique downstairs because we need all of that space to serve children. So I thought when we moved into the temple that we would be able to do our outreach efforts here, but family, members, onlookers, Pastor Moore missed it. I was wrong. And so, unfortunately, we're going to have to immediately, after this coming Sunday, in the next few weeks as we transition, we're going to have to shut down our Matthew 25 food pantry and boutique here at the temple. You can probably tell that there's something else coming though, right? So your prophetic is right, because while we are shutting down things here at the temple, I did not say we're shutting down outreach. If this space won't accommodate us, the only thing left to do is get another space. And so for that reason, I'm pleased to tell you that Spirit and Truth Church, 1.1 miles away from the room I'm standing in, has just secured what we're calling the M2 Plaza. That's right. We're moving, family, our outreach operations, our food pantry, our clothing boutique. We're moving it to 2 buildings right on the corner of Cleveland Avenue and Sylvan Road. Why M2? What is the M2 about? M2 simply means that in that plaza between those 2 buildings, we're going to be focusing on ministry and mental wellness. God has placed us in this neighborhood for a reason. He has placed us in this community for a reason. And because of the fact that not far from this beautiful temple, the #1 zip code for crime in Georgia is our neighbor. It's no incident, it's no coincidence rather, it's no surprise that mental illness and drug addiction and substance abuse is right around the area God has planted us in. And guess what? We didn't come to take sides. We came to take over. And so we actively now will be moving in. Contractors are starting Monday. We're going to begin the work on providing not only 1 building dedicated to pantry, feeding people. It will be Monday through Sunday, Sunday to Sunday eventually, focusing on the weekends first. The pantry will be there, but the other building is going to be the home of our resource center, counseling, financial literacy training, mental wellness, not just illness, but helping people not get better only, but stay in a good place. Classes for youth and prevention and substance abuse, all of that is happening. And I simply say to you, Spirit and Truth family, see what the Lord has done. Now, here's what we're doing. We're lumping this addition into our phase 2. We're already aiming. We were going to do these things downstairs. Downstairs is too small, so we had to get out of the building. So I want to challenge you. If you've not paid a pledge, if you've not made a pledge, if you've not sown into it, I'm really hoping you see that this is in fact good ground to sow into. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else we can show you. If you don't know by now, that Spiritual Church, they're serious about helping people. You ought to know it now. We have dedicated and acquired 2 more buildings. We're going to be cutting the ribbon soon, because even if we don't do anything else in Spirit and Truth, we're going to cut some ribbons for you. But I want you to help us do what it is that we're doing. Join us now. Giving information is on the bottom of the screen. Join us with the seed. Let's change our community. We are the hands and feet of Jesus, creating space where people can come to believe, making room for them to belong so that they ultimately can become. I love you. I'm praying for you. Let's take the city.